we there?
Yeah, we're up. We live. We good.
We're good?
Good. And super proud to be out here at Niche Wine Lounge in beautiful Holly Springs, North Carolina. I was going to say it's the peak of good living, but that's Apex.
That's Apex, and we're amongst all the skeletons. And
That's right. It's spooky.
Spider webs.
It is spooky season out here.
There?
Yeah, it looks like it.
You ever think like you see a little bug fly, but there's nothing there? Like your eye.
It's called a floater, man.
It is called
It's
a
a
floater.
floater?
It's
Yep.
an old people thing. I get them.
Floaters means different things, different places, but in that particular use, that's a floater.
Did you just see one?
Yeah.
Did you think it was like a spooky ghost?
No.
Hey,
No?
Patty says
All right.
hello. What's up, Patty? We see you out there.
Hey,
Hey,
Patty.
Patty.
Remember, it is half price wine out here at Niche Wine Lounge. We got the legendary Andy behind the bar taking care of us. So let's see. Some interesting things happened this week. One
had
of
a
which
lot.
was my sponsor, our sponsor, but
Us.
also my personal sponsor. He sponsors me personally and helps sponsor the show, look after us. Rescue Wood Rehab, 5 years.
Big deal. Big deal.
5
years, man.
Yeah, and
Congratulations.
Very big.
Hey, Zen says, hey.
Thank you, Zen, and
Yeah, man.
5 years, Maverick. Thank you for coming out and
We had a
playing
good
during the
time,
show.
man. I
That
should
was
have
awesome.
put a picture of the truck up here. You know, I used
Yeah, that
the
looked really cool.
used a little mini truck there. You had the big banner out back. It was awesome.
it was a great show off the back of your truck, and everybody loved it. They loved how you created all kinds of fun songs for the event. And
Yeah, we had a
it was
good
a fun
time,
show
man.
at
We had a
Rescue
good
Wood
time.
Rehab.
That's
yes.
right.
You had lots of people there too.
Had lots of people. Yeah.
Hey,
Good-
back to
good
mom.
number.
Patty says mom says hi as well. So there you go.
Oh,
We
mom.
got all the love.
Mom's
all the
there.
love. Mom's
Oh.
out there.
Oh well,
Hey,
mom's
Mom.
there.
That's
Zen says
important.
congrats on 5 years.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you
Absolutely.
very
Thank
much.
you.
5 very
everybody for
good
5
years.
years.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a
and
big deal.
congratulations from Gemini. So if you are new to the show, remember every time that I say Gemini and you hear the bell, it's time for you to take a drink, whether it's water, beer, wine, whatever kind of alcohol, non-alcoholic. If you got soda, whatever, because I'm 4 years sober.
Congratulations.
out here,
That's huge.
4 years in 1 week.
That's right.
Yeah,
4
'cause
years in
last
1
week
week.
was
You're
last
right. It
week.
was last week. And
Yeah.
I would know because that's my sponsor right there.
Yeah,
Marty
gotta
drinks
keep
The
for
one
two.
who's drinking the beer.
And I was going to say, Marty drinks. People ask me that all the time.
Yeah.
They say, how does Marty help you? I said, because he drinks the drinks so that I don't have to. All right.
I'm not sure I should thank you.
Gemini understand. That's right.
That's good. Yeah, it was actually a great fun-filled week. Fun-filled week.
Celebration.
Have another drink. Yeah, the 5 years for Rescue Wood Rehab,
Yep,
and
yep.
then you guys or Maverick, you had a great show. I know you're
We'll
going to talk
yeah,
about
we'll talk
that
a little
later.
bit about that
but,
later, but
Don't
yeah,
bring it
for
up
sure.
yet. Don't
That's
bring
right.
it up.
That's
Keep
right.
people in suspense.
I'm unscripted. You guys can be
That's
scripted
right. He
all
said
you
he could
want.
We are
do what
not
he wants.
scripted,
Hey.
and you know that.
Thank you, Patty.
Jim has the only script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has notebooks. For
Yeah.
it.
Hey, look, this is what I like. So Patty's in the comment section. I said I've been clean for 4 years, right? I stopped drinking 4 years ago, 4 years and a week ago.
Right.
I said you drink so I don't have to because
Right.
you were there through all of it.
Sure.
You saw me sober and then drinking and then sober again, right?
Right.
And she said, so I said, but you're drinking so I don't have to. She said, I'm proud of y'all. So for both of us.
Thanks,
So
Patty.
thank you, Patty.
Patty,
you
don't be,
pick up the slack like we're all
Patty,
everybody's.
don't be proud of him
everybody's
for
like-
drinking. Don't be proud of him
everybody's-
for drinking.
Everybody's doing well. I love it. I love it.
All right, you guys have a great show.
Yeah,
I'll
man,
be,
we
I'll
appreciate
be
you.
back
Thank you for
to
being a
chat in
part.
bit.
You're kind of mellow for celebrating 5 years.
I'm tired.
He said it was a big weekend.
tired.
It was a
Are
big
you tired?
weekend.
Yeah,
he did the most out
I'll
here.
get my I'm here.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
He's
you
out
guys have
here.
a great show.
We are.
Oh,
Thanks, man.
thanks.
Yeah, we
Thanks.
appreciate it. Hey, Zen, did you guys get the flat tire fixed earlier? He called me. He said, "Hey, man, I got a flat tire. I don't know if I'm going to make it to work this week."
He commutes from his house.
Well,
to his
and I was going to
house.
say he's got his phone, so he
Yeah.
can even on location he can log in and take care of
Is
the
he
thing.
calling in sick?
No, not at
Can't
all. I mean,
do that.
obviously he's here, but
Well,
he sent me a picture. The tire was definitely flat.
Well, did
looked
he
pretty
fix
rough.
it?
It was, yeah. Zen says it takes a village. It takes a village to keep me sober, man. That's fair. That's fair.
You're doing great.
Thanks. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's big. That's
Not for
big.
drinking for the 5 years, but either way works. All right. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. All right, Patty.
Whatever works, man. Whatever
Yeah.
works.
Good times. Good times. So I hope everybody's doing well out there. We were talking about it. It's the state fair is out here, which has
Here
a
in
huge
Raleigh,
impact.
North
So that's
Carolina.
we're
Yes.
talking about something new, and we'll be talking about some other things. But right now, the state fair is around, and business everywhere. It's like, we played all the shows we
My
played over the
nail
weekend.
salon today said business was slow
It
because
is.
of the state fair. Like, why?
It's crazy.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I've never been.
But it's been like that. I've been doing this for 6 years full time, and every year without fail, the week of the fair, the 10 days of the fair, everything just comes to a
And
halt.
there's like news about it for 2 months beforehand
It
about
is.
what new food vendors are there.
Yep.
What's the new food trend this year?
That's right.
Have you ever been?
No.
Me either. Have
I
you?
assume
Yeah,
people
oh yeah, I
spend
used to go
their-
all the time. Yeah, the fair. I actually worked the fair one year. I worked the soundboard
Oh, did you?
and the lighting,
Oh, did they have
sound
music
and
there?
lighting. Yeah, they do all kinds of bands, and
know
yeah,
that.
I did. I was part of the production team there, so it is an experience.
I
I
did
ate a
not-
lot of fried food, fried Oreos,
Fried
and-
everything,
Yep,
man.
yep,
Fried butter,
really good.
I've heard, is a thing.
yeah. Oh yeah,
I don't even
you
get
can get whatever.
that.
You eat a whole stick of butter fried.
Doesn't it melt? Doesn't it melt?
Doesn't even sound attractive.
It's not margarine. Like we
Well,
were
I mean,
talking about
if they
earlier.
can fry ice cream, they can fry anything.
Well, I
That's
guess
true.
That's true.
That's true.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
So,
All right, we're off to a slow
that is
start.
not music. That is that's just
That's food.
info for your everyday life.
All right.
So something new. What you got for us?
So we got Billboard.
Okay, something old first. Something old.
Something
Something
old.
that is the order, isn't it? Something
So we
old.
do the
something
Billboard Top 10 from a certain year and date.
new. What year are we doing?
Today we are doing it in honor of my friend Rena,
Okay.
whose 60th birthday is today. Hey Rena, if you're watching.
Happy birthday, Arena.
And we were all up in Kentucky this weekend celebrating her.
Nice.
And there was about 16 of us. We all met in high school. We had a great time, an amazing group of people. We already have a trip planned for next year.
Yeah.
And in honor of her, because today's our actual birthday, we are doing the top 10 for October 21st, 1964.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So, ready?
Yes.
Jim's got it because he loves the 60s. All right, chug-a-lug.
Roger Miller.
Yep. Little Honda.
The Hondell.
Yes, sir. Oh, Pretty Woman. Not Pretty Woman. Oh, Pretty
Oh,
Woman.
Pretty Woman.
Uh-huh.
It's Roy Orbison.
Not Oh, Pretty Woman.
It's literally
It's
O-H,
comma,
comma,
Pretty
Pretty
Woman.
Woman.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it
that's
is
the title
Roy
of the song.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just Pretty Woman.
No.
All right.
The actual title is Oh, Pretty Woman.
Oh.
Yep.
Roy Orbison and
Nobody calls it that.
And
The Orbisonettes.
the Candymen.
The Orbisonians.
the Candyman.
The Candyman.
Man comes to my dream.
All right, number 7. Have I the Right?
The Honeycombs.
Yep.
I'm gonna need you to speak up, man. I'm trying to boost the mic. I need y'all to get up on it. We need some energy out here.
Honeycombs.
Hey, there we
All
go.
right,
That's
there we
better.
go.
Thank
Number
you.
6. Let It Be Me.
Everly Brothers.
Betty Everett and Jerry Butler.
Oh, really? Okay.
You know them?
No.
Not personally.
But it was an Everly Brothers song. They
Yeah.
probably did a cover and got the credit.
Got the chart.
All
Yes.
right. Dancing in the Street.
Martha and the Vandellas.
Yes, sir.
You mean it's not Mick Jagger?
Number 4. We'll Sing in the Sunshine.
We'll sing. Oh. Gail Garnett.
Yeah, you are good,
He's
man.
killing it. Man's killing it.
Number 3. Last Kiss.
Oh, that's
Eddie Vedder. Pearl Jam.
No. I don't even think they were born then.
I can't think of the name of that band.
It's a long
actually
one.
Did that? Yeah. No, I don't.
J.
what she
Frank
said.
Wilson and the Cavaliers.
Okay.
All right. Number 2. Do I Diddy Diddy.
Manfred Mann.
That's
Yeah.
right.
What do you think number 1 was?
And-
October 21st, 1964. Rena's birthday was
October.
21st, 1964.
Did the Beatles already have all their number ones?
They're not on here.
It's not on it. All
They're
right.
not on here.
I don't know.
Baby Love.
Oh, Supremes. All right.
Yeah. That
Nice.
that was a good list. You
That
like
was a
that
good list. That's,
don't
I mean,
you?
everything on there is a hit. Those are all bops. Guaranteed, certified fresh.
And everybody knows them.
That's right.
Everybody knows them. Unlike
All right, so
some of
here's
the
what I
other
need
ones
you
we
guys to do. If you're watching us out there, if you're listening on the radio, whatever you do, I need y'all to take all of the energy that you have and send it to the show right now. Because well, I don't know if we need some coffee up here. It is super chill in here. I think part of it's because it's dark outside.
It is dark.
Now that we're
outside.
now that daylight savings time is coming, whatever, but it is dark up in here, and so
We need some
everybody's
energy,
kind of chill.
man.
The
Let's get
energy
some
is
energy.
low.
Wow.
Let's get some energy.
I ate a
It's high
huge
energy.
grilled cheese sandwich.
Y'all-
Don't eat beforehand.
Dude,
You
we
know
talked about this.
Maverick's
Don't
rule.
eat before the show.
You know his
Not like that.
rule.
Nothing
No, it
big.
was like 2:00.
Hey, Zen said that was a solid list. I agree, man. I think that was. They were this
So send
certified
us-
fresh.
So this was my personal request for this year, or this week for my friend Rena.
Yeah,
So send us a week in a year you want, and we will do it next time.
perfect.
Don't do anything past 1990 for Jim.
No, you
No,
can do whatever you like. You
1980.
send whatever you like, and we'll
No, don't
we'll
go
pull it
past
up.
2000.
There
right?
you go. That's
If you
generally
can help
I
it.
thought you didn't like the 90s either.
he does.
Oh no, but
I'll
we-
at least
we
know
just
it.
do 60.
Yeah, we're 60s through 90s for the radio show, so we stop at the year 2000 usually.
This is not the radio show.
Well, the first hour is
Well, the
part
first
of
hour
the,
is
the-
too-
it is
is
part of
the
Retro
Maverick,
Rewind.
yeah.
I
you're
mean, it's
right.
not an
Part of
unbreakable.
the- It's not.
law,
It
but
isn't. Rules
I've
are meant to be
broken it
broken.
many times.
You
We've
can break it
seen
as much as
songs in the
broke it.
2000s. And
Break it as much as you like.
Break it, baby.
That's right.
All right. So you know what else happened this week?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions, right? Because they did a big tribute.
Gee, it's
to,
almost like you knew I was going to
but
say
no,
that.
they did a big tribute to Ozzy.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was like everywhere.
Yeah.
Jack Black was there, and a lot of other people were.
There's a lot of
involved.
controversy about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I hate. So look,
Other than it stinks.
they snubbed Iron Maiden like 18 times. Like I don't. They have no power. They have no power here.
It's the big controversy has been that it's almost like pay for play. Like
It is.
It's a popularity contest.
It
It's
is.
like who picks them?
Well, they say Jan Wiener kind of runs the thing, and he doesn't like prog rock or probably heavy metal. Like
Yep.
Jethro Tull isn't in it. Procol
Yep.
Harum isn't in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of amazing songwriters and great bands.
And
that
some
aren't in
people
there.
they're just getting
And,
inducted this year.
Yeah,
You're
the
like,
fact that
what?
Ozzy didn't get in until now. Like, what are you
Right?
talking about?
Yeah.
Like, why Maiden? Like I said, with Maiden and everything, like it just doesn't make sense.
So there's a lot of controversy.
And yeah, and then they started putting and don't get me wrong, like I like hip hop, but they started putting hip hop artists in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Right.
which is like, okay, so we're only letting a certain number of people in every year.
Should Dolly
and you're
Parton have gotten
bumping
in?
more I don't think so. She's never done a rock album.
She said the same thing. She declined it last year before
Yeah.
she accepted it.
Then
Yeah.
she did a rock album, which I don't know
Yeah,
how that sounds.
I don't know.
I didn't
man.
listen to it. I don't know. But Cher got in this year. Like she's been around forever.
Yeah.
Now, do you think she should be in it?
Did Sonny and Cher get in
Yeah, right.
at
I
some
don't
point?
think so. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
Cher this
Oh.
year.
So the thing with Cher is like that's tough because Cher is a lot of things. She's not rock and roll.
She's dated a lot of rock.
I was
and
gonna say
roll.
I
She's
like
dated
Cher,
a lot of rock.
so
and
this
roll.
is tough for me because like I like Cher, but like she's not rock and roll. Like as he pointed out, Jethro Tull's not in there. Like what? Just,
like what is that? So Cool and the Gang got in.
yeah, see what I'm saying? Like it's this is again I like these bands. They're not rock and roll.
Well, what do you mean by rock and roll? Because Cher's got pop songs. I mean,
Pop is different from rock and roll.
Maybe it's an overreaching rock and roll.
Well, then it should
Rainbow.
just be the Music Hall of Fame.
Maybe they should change it.
well,
because-
rock and roll has become more generic of a term because if you want to get specific
Anything
with rock
that's
and
not
roll,
country or hip hop.
the
Yeah.
Beatles and the Stones aren't really rock and roll either.
You don't think the
know?
Stones are rock and roll?
Whoa.
You don't think that?
rock and
Jim's
roll,
hot take. Somebody
rock and
clip
roll
this.
is like,
Well, what is rock
well,
and
if
roll
you get
then?
specific, it's like Chuck Berry kind of stuff, 1-4-5 chords and that kind of.
You've heard Helter Skelter, right? You heard Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Helter Skelter is rock.
There's no roll to it. Is that what
No.
you're...
No, if you want to get specific, really.
Well, what's roll then if there's no rock?
Dude, you learn something new every single day.
Mary J. Blige got in.
Yeah, Mary
Yeah.
J. Yeah.
A tribe called Quest.
Yep.
I don't know them.
You
Are they
have to
rock
say
and
the
roll?
whole thing.
What do you mean?
You can't.
You can't
It-
just. Oh,
It has to be
Yeah.
a Tribe Called Quest.
all right. Ozzy,
Yep.
Peter Frampton.
Hey,
I'm kind of glad to hear that.
Frampton comes alive,
He's
baby.
been touring. I think he toured last year.
Yeah,
Yeah. Foreigner. That's a good one.
that is a good one.
Dave Matthews Band.
Really? That must be like their first chance, and they just got it the first time. Like
Everybody likes Dave Matthews as a person.
Zen said, all rock and no roll. All right.
All right, there you go. MC5,
Yep.
Dionne Warwick,
Yeah.
Alexis.
How many getting in here? I thought it was
don't
just
know.
5.
This is the list. Alexis Corner,
Interesting.
the late John Mayall,
Mayall, yeah. Wait
And
till he
Big Mama
dies,
Thornton.
then put him in.
and I'm saving the best for last.
Who's that?
My man, Jimmy Buffett.
Hey, that's right. Jimmy Buffett did get in posthumously.
I hate that.
I know.
I really hate that
Because he would have had like the best party.
he would have had a great
partied
introduction.
up, like,
He would
it
have had a
been
great
amazing.
party.
That's right.
And it's like they just kind of said, "Oh, since he's gone now, let's induct him."
Yeah, that's right.
So rock and roll, the phrase was coined. I don't know if it was Chuck Berry or Little Richard or one of those guys. It's the feeling you get when that music is like very sexual. Rock and roll. It's got to have that humping kind of rhythm. That's where it originally came from. But I mean,
Is it really?
Yeah.
There
You
you
can
go.
tell if he's kidding or not.
Today I learned.
Then the term
was this
became
years old?
more
What is that? I was 2
generic.
years
That's
old.
why
Yep.
I could call Cher rock and roll as easy as like, Jethro Tull. Because none of those fit that initial term,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
if it was just the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it'd just be like Chuck Berry, Little
Hey.
Richard, and Jerry Lee
What about like I'm thinking? I know
So,
they're already inducted.
Patty says that Jimmy Buffett's not rock and roll.
Well, I was waiting for somebody to say that.
Yeah.
I really was, because
Yeah.
he's if you're going to define it,
He's
so,
a song. He's a songwriter. Absolutely, fantastic songwriter. Makes great music.
beach or country,
It's
right?
beach or country. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not rock and roll.
But
I'll tell you. But see, Zen says, "Isn't rock and roll a state of mind?" And I'm going to tell you, if you will sit there and listen to "Get Drunk and Screw" and tell me that's not a rock and roll song,
there's your sex right there, Jim.
Yeah.
There's your sex. So there you go. It counts. It counts.
real talk.
It
Real
really
talk.
is. But
Barmaid, bring a picture.
I would like to go see an induction ceremony because it's probably a big party.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be a lot
And
of fun.
we've talked about this before on the show, but anytime Rock and Roll Hall of Fame comes up, I have to bring this up because it is one of my favorite rewritten lyrics. Okay.
Which one?
So the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Huey Lewis. and
Huey
the
Lewis?
News. Yeah. So they had done a show in Cleveland. They're driving out,
Oh.
and he's looking out the window of the tour bus. He goes, "The heart of rock and roll is in Cleveland." And the the record label would not let him write that lyric. They said that's too specific. The heart of rock and roll is still beating. It's not in Cleveland.
So that tells you how much power the record
The record
companies have,
label,
which
yeah,
we've
the
talked
record
about
label gets you
before.
to change a song lyric in a second. They go, "Hey, if you don't do that, no
and that
check."
made sense when he said the heart of rock and roll's in Cleveland.
Yeah,
Hence,
because it is. It's
why is it in Cleveland? I don't know. Was it sexy?
Wasn't that song before the Hall of Fame started?
No, I don't think
Or
so.
was it?
It's been around a long time.
The
But
heart of
those
rock
were the
and roll
latest
is in
ones.
Cleveland.
Okay.
So there you go.
Actually, kind of works.
Who gets to vote on them? Like,
That's
is there?
mysterious.
Yeah,
right
so
there.
they don't. If you look it up, they don't tell you. They say that it's people within the industry. So there are artists who have come out and said that they're a part of it. There are people with the record labels and whatever. But it's a panel, and they
Yeah.
protect them so that people don't like bug them and say, "Hey,
They don't do a little
Yeah.
bribery
Yep.
action.
exactly."
I wonder if they really want to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
I think it depends.
Some
it depends
don't
on.
care.
because they know it's.
Patty says there ain't nothing good in Ohio.
"Ooh, go blue."
Dang.
blue. Yeah, I know you do.
Oh, that man say he agree with it.
That's right. That's
I
right.
wonder if Cleveland natives sing it the original way. I don't know, Zen. That'd be interesting to see. I don't know how many
If
people
you sing
even
it,
know
will
that.
you sing it the original way? Do you sing it?
I don't. That's not one that I do.
Oh. But
Actually,
if
I
you
don't
did?
do any Huey Lewis. Yeah, I'd probably sing it the original way because I like it, and that's what he wanted it to be.
Right.
So,
There
yeah,
you
how to
go.
respect the Huey.
Yeah, but he pussied out.
It's true.
It's all
He
about
did.
the
My
money.
bad.
It's all
He
about.
did. Demonetized. All right.
It's all about the money, Jim.
You know.
I know you don't care. You're like one of the only people I know who doesn't care about money.
You know who's.
I'll take money.
You know who's never rewritten a lyric for the record label? Taylor Swift. We made it 19 minutes in. Hey, let's go. All right.
I want to go one show without a
We'll see if we
derogatory
can.
comment
We'll
about
see.
Taylor.
Just
Just one.
Just don't say her name. Keep her name.
You realize who's
out of
always
our
says her
mouths.
name?
Why
You.
would she
It's
need to
me. I
rewrite
know.
any?
Huh?
She can even throw in the F word now and be cool,
She
right?
can
That's
do whatever
true.
she wants.
That's true. She can do
She
whatever.
probably owns the record company now. They're begging her.
All about that money, money, money. Football. I mean, I said football.
Foosball.
You said you're talking about football? Foosball.
Hey, she went
That's right.
to some other game this week.
I got to,
I didn't.
I got an apology for you too, because I said they were pretentious last week.
Okay. All right.
Who are they going against? You two was against someone.
REM.
Oh, okay.
I stand by that.
No, I
now.
mean, who isn't pretentious? You know, especially in music. So it just sounded like a
Well, you have to be confident.
That's
in
stupid
yourself,
thing
right?
to say. You know, I'm
But no, and
pretentious.
I think I may have mentioned it then or whatever, but they were saying, the entire country of Ireland doesn't like you two, even though they're from there,
Yeah.
And people go, "Oh, why don't the Irish like him?" I said, "Well, Bono wears his sunglasses inside.
So do a lot of rock.
They don't
Ooh,
like
is
they
you-
don't like people who
Is you two?
you
rock
have to
and
be
roll?
self-deprecating to be Irish, okay?"
Is
And-
you two rock and roll?
Which definition do you want? The
I-
original? The original, almost nobody is rock and roll.
Yeah, the thing is, see, Marty knows what's good. Marty put his sunglasses on for us. No, the thing is, and I think we talked about this last week too. But look, the Edge is so cool that even his mom calls him the Edge.
That's pretty cool.
That dude's
I was
name
trying
is
to remember
The
his name.
Edge.
I had the triangle. I knew it was some kind of geometric thing.
The scary thing
There's
is if
three
you
edges.
if you ever have the chance, go listen to any of U2's tracks without the effects, because the Edge uses a lot of effects, and pretty much all those songs are one note. It's just do 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 do, but then he puts a ton of delay on it and stuff. And I love U2. Like I said, they were my most listened to band last year according to Spotify. I was in like the top 0.5% of worldwide listeners of U2.
Are you serious?
Which is crazy because
How much
I don't
were you
even
listening
think
to
they're not
them?
even in my top 10. When we did my top 10 favorite bands, U2 wasn't even in there. But I listen to
Must
a
like
lot of
some
U2.
songs.
I listen to a lot of U2.
Yeah.
I do.
All right. Speaking of songs,
That's right. Jim's going to take us through the 1960s with another deep dive. Hope you got your scuba gear on because we are going in.
This is part 6 of my deep
I'm
dive.
trying to bring that energy
Where's
on.
that voice?
are we there? Are we there? Are we there
Trying
yet?
to get there.
All right.
I used all my energy yesterday.
We're going to talk about
We'll
that
talk about
because
that
you
later.
put some energy out, man.
So
Maybe we should just talk about that. Sorry, Jim.
that's all right. We can skip this if you want.
No, I
No,
like
sir.
this. I
No,
like
sir.
this.
We need this.
So I didn't
Music
stick the
history
landing last week. After I did the British invasion in '64 and then the Wrecking Crew, they were actually responsible for displacing a lot of the Brits ruled the charts in '64, but in '65 with Dylan and folk rock and Love and Spoonful stuff like that, the Americans took a bunch of it back.
We
So-
took it over. We took it back.
back. Yeah.
Back.
They still shared it with
All right.
the Brits, but so I did the Wrecking Crew last week, and this week is the Funk Brothers. They're even like bigger than the Wrecking Crew because they
they
basically
really?
played on every Motown song.
So these were
They were the house
studio
band,
musicians. Okay.
There's 13 of them listed officially, and all the Supremes, Temptations, Four Tops, Stevie Wonder, Gladys Knight. I mean, Marvin Gaye. They were the band in the studio, and they
This sounds like Hitsville, though.
it was in Hitsville, right?
Okay. Okay.
So it's kind of part of the Hitsville thing, but the musicians were called the Funk Brothers, and they played in the studio, which they called the Snake Pit because
Nice.
there were cables hanging down everywhere.
That's awesome.
Fire trap.
And there's a documentary, naturally, on the Funk Brothers called "Standing in the Shadows of Motown,"
Oh.
2002. You can get that, DVD. I think it's on Prime Video. Basically, they ruled from '59 to '72. Then, when Hitsville moved to L.A., the
Disbanded.
kind of disbanded. A couple guys drifted out there. Actually, some of them ended up playing with Wrecking Crew guys too.
Nice.
Well, that's cool.
So
Were these people paid well? Do you know? anything
Yeah.
about
But yeah,
that?
he mentioned that last
Did
week.
he?
He said
Okay.
that they were making more money than the president.
right,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
because they played, on so
Every
many
hit
songs. They
record,
weren't
yeah.
getting. I didn't read specifically about money for these guys, but I assume they did okay.
I hope so. I mean, look at the talent.
They played on 100+ R&B number ones, number
Wow.
ones,
Wow.
and 50 U.S. pop number ones because of the
Wow.
crossover thing from '61 to '72.
In 11 years, they had that many.
Yeah,
They must have been cranking them out.
I'm
man.
telling you, and we're gonna get to listen to some of them later.
Oh, yeah.
So stick around if you're on the radio with us.
so one of the main bass players was James Jamerson. He died in '83 at 47.
Absolutely
Unfortunately.
legendary bass
That's
player.
young. That's
Yep.
young. That's young.
And like if Paul McCartney talks about bass players, that's a guy he mentions,
Oh,
and
okay.
he even
Is that
admits
his-
steling some lines
It's his
from him.
idol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy named Richard Pistol Allen on the drums, and also Benny Benjamin, and they got a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2004 or something. Phil Collins did a tribute album to Motown called "Going Back" in 2010. I
Mhm.
don't even remember.
I
it,
don't
but
remember that.
He
no.
had some of the Funk Brothers playing on that.
Well, that's cool. Are they still around? Are they still alive? Are they?
Some of them are. They had, horn players. They played with the Detroit Symphony. Joe Messina was one of the guitar players. He was actually a white guy. Most of them were black guys. But, and the thing with good musicians, they can take a mediocre song and make it sound really good. You can write a good song, and if the musician's not good, it's not going to sound good.
I try to do the opposite of that. I take a good song and make it sound mediocre.
Well, yes, when you write your own.
Speaking of James Jamerson, in 2017, Bass Player Magazine did a poll of the top 100 bass players. He was number one.
There's
Yeah.
a bass player magazine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Most of the bass players that I know, it's him and like Jaco Pastorius are the two that usually come up for the top slot.
Yeah.
And Jamerson usually ekes it out. I guess it just depends on what you're into. But
If it's rock bass players, you'll maybe see Entwistle and McCartney up
yeah,
there too.
yep.
Even Rolling Stone made him #1 bass player in their 2020 list, but
Yeah.
they're bandwagon jumpers. If you look up "doesn't know their ass" from page 10, you'll see a picture of Rolling Stone.
He's just mad because they keep bumping the Who down and they keep bumping Zeppelin up.
It's all about
Zeppelin gets better with age, according to Rolling Stone.
It's all about the Who for Jim.
So
True.
I don't know. That's about it. We'll play a bunch of songs on the radio shows, but
Yeah.
some of the tunes, "My Girl," "Reach Out," "I'll Be There," "What Becomes of the Brokenhearted."
These are great
Keep
songs.
Me Hanging On. I mean,
Absolutely.
They're classics.
I could just list all the Supremes and Temptations 4 stuff. They played on all of them, Ball of Confusion, Papa Was a Rolling Stone. We'll play those later if you're still
Those
around.
are great
We will.
songs.
That's right.
Those are.
So the
Absolutely.
Funk Brothers, that's part 6. Next week, we'll hit the psychedelic era.
Hey,
Ooh.
there you go.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
I won't know any of those. I won't. All right. There is low energy tonight, man. I'm looking at Marty like, yeah. All right, we're going to pump it up now.
I don't know. We'll see. It's time to play Highlander.
All right.
If you've never been a part of Highlander on the show, the way that this works is that we're going to use our handy gotcha machine, which I got directly from Japan. And it's freshly tuned and perfectly calibrated. Inside of it, it will hold an egg that has 2 options. One
It's a 2-option egg.
artist, that's right. It's a 50-50. So one artist, one song, one album,
One
whatever it
genre.
is. One genre, you're going to have 2 choices in there. And one of them you save and preserve for all time. It's kept in the Library of Congress. It's taught to children. It is a great fundamental building block of musical history. The other one is jettisoned out of the airlock forever and all time.
Never to be known.
Never to be known.
Never to be
erased
known.
from history as if it never existed.
And there are some very difficult decisions. In
If
this.
you listen beyond this point, you must play, you must answer, and
In the comments.
the decisions are final unless you're Jim, in which case you're allowed to say, hey, well, actually, I made
right.
the wrong choice last week. Can we pull those guys back in?
Did you think about that a lot? Like
Which
over the
one?
last week? Like that you
No,
felt bad?
he thought about you 2 once. He was like, maybe I was harsh. He
Oh,
didn't
no,
say he
I
would
didn't change my
He didn't
vote.
change his vote.
Oh.
He just said he was unnecessarily
bad
I
when
harsh.
you
didn't
said
want to
that.
call
That's
them
right.
pretentious.
All right. They're
'Cause
not
we're all-
pretentious.
No, they are. It's just that we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. Oh, but I'm not a musician.
All right. Here we go. There can be. You
I
are a
can
drummer.
be a drummer.
That's right.
Well, you guys should teach me, then I can really
All
play.
right, remember, there can be only one.
All right. Oh, you get to go first?
I'm going to go first.
Okay. Make sure you unscrew the egg and don't.
Don't crack it open.
Yeah. All right.
All right. The Doors versus Pink Floyd.
Ooh.
That's one for the
Gotta
Doors.
be a tough one for you.
Yeah.
That's why you did it.
It's easily the Doors for me.
It's 3 for the
Pink
Doors.
Floyd's pretentious.
Oh, no.
I'm going to go with Pink Floyd just because you said that.
Up high.
I like pretentious.
Pink Floyd. It's Pink Floyd. See what the internet says. We'll wait a moment for them to catch up.
Yeah.
Andy, you got to vote on that? Doors versus Pink Floyd? He said the
All right.
Doors. All right. So the
All
bar is pretty much
The
Doors.
bar is the Doors.
We're outnumbered in here. We'll
That's
see if the
okay.
internet. British Jim says Oasis. No, he's not in the chat. I don't see him in the chat
Jim.
right now. Look, this is a
British
crazy.
Jim is in England today.
Oh, that's right.
That's
yeah.
right.
Well,
He
he could be
is.
watching from.
He could
Hey,
be.
Patty, Pink Floyd's in the Doors. That's a house divided right there.
All right. There you go.
Now, that being said, the Doors were a big disappointment to me because I loved their first album and I was interested to see where they were going to go. And they went with each album.
But you felt the same way about Pink Floyd, right? You liked the early Pink
I
Floyd,
liked
and then
the early one, and then they just were gone.
yeah, they
for me.
yeah. Zen says, "Shout out to the Lizard King." Yeah, man. Oh, there's British Jim. He said, "Break on through to the other side."
Get
All right,
out.
man.
Are you watching us from
He didn't
England,
even
Jim?
pick Oasis on that set. He went ahead and weighed in for the
Hey,
Doors.
Jim. That's so awesome.
All right, my man.
Huh?
That's what's up.
I
Hey.
don't
He's
want
on
to
a
hear
plane?
shit about Oasis tonight.
Oh, my goodness. There's a gorgeous puppy that
Oh,
came in.
Mom says Pink
Hey,
Floyd.
guys.
I'm with you, Mom. I'm with you, Mom. Pink Floyd all day.
All right.
All day. All right. Well, let's see what we got.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not saying anything bad to Mom. I'm glad you're out there, Mom, listening.
Yeah. You can't call her pretentious.
No,
Here you go, Jim. Tell me if it's Tiny Tim or not.
All right.
That was tough though, because like I'm a huge Jim Morrison is a huge influence on me, and the Doors in general I think are a fantastic band. It's funny because the Doors don't have a bass player, and the reason I like Pink Floyd is because of their bass player. So
you like them both?
yeah,
Tony, Tone, or Bell, Biv, and DeVoe.
Bell Biv DeVoe all day, baby. Let's
Wait,
go.
I crossed that out. That ain't the one.
I like his crossed out ones the best.
Tony though.
This is in honor of you, man.
Okay.
Bon Jovi or Van Halen?
Hey,
Oh.
Van Halen.
I know you got
Oh.
it.
Yeah, you know I got Van Halen. I got a Van Halen tattoo, man.
What man?
I'm gonna have to go with Van Halen as well.
Van Halen from these guys.
I
Yeah.
got to go with Bon Jovi because
Ooh,
I like I think they have 2 or 3 really good songs, and
Hey Jim, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many Kink songs did? Oh, that's the problem. Is that Van Halen covered Kink
I
songs?
was going to
that
say
you
Van
don't like
Halen
that?
doesn't have any good songs, and
Oh,
but they've covered some good songs to.
Just so
to,
everybody out there knows, I know it may sound like a yelp of distress, but that was actually a bark of happiness.
That was a
So.
pure bark of happiness.
They cover songs
Hey,
out
baby.
of desperation because they got a hole on their album, apparently.
That actually is true. They did do a lot of their covers because they didn't have time to do other stuff.
I'm surprised you picked Bon Jovi.
Van Halen.
Van Halen,
There's
man.
3. Oh, British Jim for Bon Jovi. So the 2 of you.
There
Okay.
you go.
All right.
I mean, I could do without.
Oh,
both
there's another
bands.
Bon Jovi vote. All right.
'Cause
So
he's
there
cute,
there
right,
are some
Meredith?
Bon Jovi fans out there.
Some of them may not be about music. Just saying.
Bon
Just saying.
Bon.
Hey Jim, give us another one, man.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Keep them coming.
All right. You think he's cheating?
I don't know. I don't think so. It just they come out how they come out, right?
They do. They do.
Slim Whitman or Boxcar Willie?
Ooh, Boxcar Willie.
wait, I
Oh, he's
crossed-
gonna. You gonna go Slim? Fight me, bro. Fight me. Boxcar got a stronger catalog.
They are both singers.
The
They're,
deep
they're
cuts,
real
man.
guys.
They are. The deep cuts are where it's at.
Speaking of the lady we were mentioning
Ooh,
earlier.
hold on. Kurt Turner just weighed in. John Bon Jovi.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. What's up, Kurt? He was on the show week before last.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching.
Madonna or Taylor Swift?
Didn't we do this before?
No,
No.
Not that one?
not that. Madonna.
Oh, I'm going to go Madonna.
Madonna. Yeah.
Taylor Swift. I hate
Liar.
Madonna. No,
Really?
Taylor Swift. Yeah. Not for her music. I
Did
just
not see that coming.
think she's a decent human being.
There you go.
All right.
All right. We'll wait for the internet to catch up
Madonna
and
isn't.
see what they want to do.
Now, Madonna does not have a good reputation. At
All
all.
caps Taylor Swift from Patty.
All right. Me and
Okay.
Patty.
That's right.
British Jim said this is a definitely keep Oasis moment. Definitely a keep
that?
Oasis moment.
That's a response to Oasis.
I guess
that's
so.
right.
Did you get tickets yet?
No, not yet.
All right.
Oh.
Let's check them.
Zen's going Taylor. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
No material girls out there.
Well, I heard one Taylor Swift song I like called.
Jim just made mom choke on water. I believe it. I didn't see
15.
that coming at all.
Oh, 15. We know 15. When our daughter turned 15, we had a friend who was a musician sing that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But her new stuff, I don't like at all.
Yeah.
I didn't like her new album, but I heard of it. I didn't like it.
Hey, how are the Yankees doing, Jim?
Well, they won the championship. They're starting with the Dodgers on Friday. That's the one game I'll get to see. Then we're playing Saturday.
We are.
I might get to see Wednesdays.
Did you get to see WNBA
If
last
there's a
night?
game 7, yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah.
The Liberty pulled it out in overtime.
Awesome.
Kurt says that Madonna has more enjoyable music. I agree.
I don't enjoy it.
I don't know about you,
Ooh.
but
All right. I get to do mine. All right. This is genre.
genre.
And I already know what you two are going to say, so
Uh-oh.
I don't really care what
Okay.
you're going to say. But we're going to do it. Country or jazz? What, you keeping or throwing it out? Keeping jazz?
Ted's keeping jazz. Marty? Marty's keeping country. Jim?
Good.
He's like, can I get rid of both of them?
I'm
and keep-
between two country haters. But I didn't know if you like jazz. Or
Well,
not.
I got friends that play jazz. The piano player who was actually in Masterson. I'm going to go with jazz just because country I can live without.
Patty says country.
I'm keeping country.
I'm keeping country.
You lie like a dog.
No, I
Well,
am.
see, now I'm thinking because you're still talking Johnny Cash and all those guys.
That's right. Garth
So-
Brooks. and
I'm
freaking-
shocked. I thought you
Look,
would totally annihilate
I'm a rock
country.
guy, but one of my most favorite musicians of all time is Dwight Yoakam. So, I mean, if you get rid of country, I lose all that. I can't do that.
Okay.
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere.
He's good.
You know what
But
I'm
I
saying?
thought you were going to just junk country
Oh,
right away.
Zen is keeping jazz. He loves jazz, actually.
Okay.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
That's right.
I knew you'd keep jazz, Ted. Yeah. Because there's jazz at niche. There's jazz.
British Jim says he's keeping country only because the sounds are shorter. If you got to suffer, you're suffering through smaller notes.
Yeah, that's like a toss-up.
Kurt says country. Oh, songs, not sounds. It's late here. Look, man, we appreciate you taking one from the team. He's listening all the way from merry old England.
Yeah. What time is it there? It's like 1:30 or something?
It's a 5 hour difference.
5 or 6.
So
He's
he's still in the pub,
pub.
indeed. They don't stay open. Well, I guess if you're in the city, it depends.
Quit coming up with these
Mom
controversial
says country.
trouble.
That's right. This
That's
is one.
the whole point of this.
This one really gets people going.
That's the point of this, Jim, right?
Hey, Patty,
I didn't
is-
realize that was the
Patty,
point of
is
it.
mom country anything like dad rock?
That sounds like a dad joke.
That was a dad joke.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. You don't like the ones that are controversial?
Jim, man, all your stuff's coming up early.
Hit it. Don't say it.
She turned to me and said, "Don't say it. I'm going to." That's what she said.
I don't enjoy these filthy jokes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, buddy. Okay, bud.
I was almost going to make this the main one, but Three Stooges or Three Tenors, because the Stooges have better harmony. The tenors don't even harmonize. They must be from North Carolina. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, I'll
Hey,
go-
we made it past the halfway point in the show before we went off the rails. Yeah.
all right,
The energy finally came and it was wild.
There you go.
but I'll
Ski,
go with
ski.
this one. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young or the Bee Gees.
Well, you know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're
CSNY.
going to say.
Oh, totally the Bee Gees.
CSNY, man.
Now, I like early Bee Gees, so I would hate to lose that, but I'm going with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young because they have
Andy says
really,
Bee Gees.
two really good albums, and if I get rid of the Bee Gees, I don't have to listen to the disco shit.
Which you hate.
There you go.
You hate the falsetto.
Let me
Bye
take a
bye,
ride on your
boys.
disco stick. Bee Gees. Bee Gees.
I don't wanna
Wow.
get rid of Southern
That's
Cross,
a lot of
though.
Bee Gees.
I don't want to get rid of Southern Cross. Can we keep that?
No.
No.
Let
No
the Bee
passes.
Gees sing it.
No
Let the Bee
passes.
Gees. Oh, yeah, Jimmy did sing it really well.
No passes. Well, there you go. You can have that version.
No, it wouldn't exist.
Because he would.
That's
yeah,
right. You're
it wouldn't
right.
Have been written.
You're right.
It wouldn't have been.
Wiped,
maybe.
wiped from the annals of history.
Well,
British Jim says Bee Gees out there. Is that annals?
So it's just
Annals
me.
of
it's not the
history. My
anals.
bad.
It's not anals.
The annals
No,
of
you wipe
Your
them-
mind is in the gutter.
You wipe either one, but you got. So it's just me and you. With,
Thank you all for watching. We love you.
There's nobody in here.
Anybody
so it's
listening?
Very weird.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people online
We
tonight.
should have done this for the state fair.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have
Hey,
been
Kurt
fun?
says CSNY for sure.
All right.
Bee Gees from mom and me. So this is very heavily Bee Gees weighted,
It really is.
but some CSNY out
I
there.
mean, they have a-
so you're
they have a
Crosby
catalog
Stills,
of
though,
great
right?
songs.
Yeah.
Catalog of great songs.
Sure.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Ted says that we should broadcast from the fair next year, and then people will come here after.
Are we allowed?
We can rent a booth.
Yeah, we
Be
can
a
run a
vendor.
booth. Yeah, why not?
Oh my gosh, how much fun would
All
that
right.
be?
I don't know. Probably not much for me.
Yeah, the traffic getting there would suck. Yeah.
There
yeah,
you go.
that would suck.
They must have good food there. There was a state fair in New Hampshire and Rochester. Do they still have like freak shows, which they used to have back? They
Don't
really?
call them that anymore, but yeah, sideshow. Yeah.
Change the name. And
They don't call 'em
make it
freaks.
Politically
That's-
correct.
that's right.
you know? Just keep changing the name.
That's right.
And more people will come. All right.
I remember
That's
Oh
great.
what
my
she said.
God, you guys.
What? Grady the Lobster Man. Remember him?
They're on a different.
Zin
tangent.
said it would
They're
be
on-
wild if
they're on a
we
different-
broadcasted
they're
from
on
that
a
fair. And
different
he's right.
tangent.
He's right. It would be wild. I've
We,
eaten
we
fried
may have to go
Oreos all
outside
night.
at some point. So
Zin said earlier he wanted to try some of the deep fried Kool-Aid.
there's no such thing.
There is. You
Is
get deep fried
Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid. Yeah, absolutely.
Is there really?
You get deep fried Kool-Aid.
I don't know that you can
How
do
does
that.
that work?
I
They
same-
take the powder. They don't turn
Oh,
it
the
into a drink. They
powder.
they fry the
Oh.
powder.
for real.
Yeah, that's real.
I don't really want to try that. All right, here we go. Jim Croce, Joe Cocker.
Ooh. Cocker, Croce. All right, that's one of each. Croce.
I'll take the Croce Man because he wrote some pretty good songs.
He
Same.
did. Yep,
Same.
me too.
I'm
Is
Team
that
Croce.
Croce or Crotchy?
It's Croce. Yeah.
Crotchy.
Croce's my nickname on the weekends.
That's what she
Yeah,
said.
those were some tight pants you're wearing, my friend.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. I'll leave nothing to the
There was nothing left to the imagination.
nothing to the
No,
imagination.
there was not.
Nothing on the table.
Yeah. All
Leave
right.
nothing on the table. We'll see what the internet says. Jim Croce or Jim Cocker.
I think
Joe
Jim's- I
Cocker,
think Jim
sorry.
has won. Did you say Joe Cocker?
Jim
I did.
Cocker and Joe Croce.
That's it. Mark Broses says Croce.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Mark
Thanks
Brocious.
for watching.
Yeah.
Are you
Thank
related
you.
to Scott Brocious, the
No.
third baseman for the Yankees?
Mark.
British Jim says Cocker. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Did he spell it correctly?
He did.
That's what she said. It doesn't hit. No, that didn't do very well, did it? No, it didn't. It didn't. That's okay. Trying to be cool like Maverick or ignore like
Patty
Jim.
says she doesn't know them. Well, then make an arbitrary decision.
You wouldn't let me do that
Go
when
by
I
the
wanted
name.
No, I say, yeah, you got to choose even if you don't know.
Yeah, now-
Kurt Turner says Croce, says Cocker's best tunes are covers.
That's right.
to. I don't think anybody said.
Mark says no, he's not related to that guy. And then he
right.
says hi with an exclamation point.
Hey.
Mark is an old high school friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yep,
All
we,
right.
we hung out this weekend. Yep.
Do we have any
Okay.
young high school friends?
Hey, Mark and Kim. What?
Not for me, but Jim's single. Do
What?
you have any young high school friends?
That's gross.
Not like that.
Well, you said it's an old high school friend, so
Yeah.
he made it.
Oh, I
it was
got
a,
it.
yeah, it was a reference
He made
to
a
what you were
normal
saying.
joke without
That's-
any filter.
Yeah, if I make a normal joke and everybody's like, ew, disgusting. And I make it like a filthy, perverted joke and they're like, oh, Maverick.
That's just Maverick. I don't know that this one is really legit, but I'm going to say it anyway, and you
Okay.
guys can tear it
Why
up.
would
if
it
you want
not
to.
be legit?
Because you'll see when I say
You're
it.
the arbiter of their fates.
This is starting to go down a shithole.
No,
Go ahead.
yeah, this is not a good one.
That's
The
what she said.
Oh, Maverick. You're
why,
so cute.
Why am I like this?
You're so cute. All right, you ready?
All right. No, I can't. I tried.
VH1
Yes.
or MTV?
VH1.
Oh, didn't expect that from you.
I like behind the music and pop up video.
Those are fun.
Yeah. Pop into pop up video.
But what I thought you guys were going to bring me about was saying
like, do
that
you
without
like-
MTV, there would have not been a VH1.
And that's
Do I want
Maybe.
gonorrhea or
Maybe.
chlamydia?
oh gosh. Remember, for $1 a day, you can feed a starving gym. For only $1 a day.
Which is which?
The internet is all MTV on the internet.
I'm MTV as well.
Yeah, and that's tough because I do like MTV Unplugged, but I think VH1. I just like VH1 better. I think their presentation was
I
better.
loved pop-up video.
Yeah,
That
pop up
was fun.
video, behind the music, like all that stuff. And MTV brought us reality television. So if we get rid of
Yes.
MTV, we don't get Real World, Road Rules, all that crap.
Or we don't get the housewives of. And
Exactly.
That would be okay.
None of that would have
That would be
happened. Exactly.
Totally okay.
None of that would have happened.
That would be totally
Mark
okay.
Roses says chlamydia. So- all right.
All right, Mark.
Oh,
Prob-
demonetized.
Probably
All right.
VH1
I'd
now
like
that you
to-
mention all
Yep,
that. 'cause
there's more
MTV
MTV out
just
there.
doing all kinds of
MTV
crap.
Kurt
didn't
says
start that
MTV.
way, though. MTV started really, really strong and positive and good.
Not
I mean-
to
No,
Jim.
they were bad.
He didn't like them.
Why didn't
the
you
whole
like 'em
time.
when they started?
He never liked them.
Because it made music turn
Into a
from
visual
music
medium.
to visual. You have to see songs now.
Did you not like seeing the Beatle videos?
They were doing videos way before MTV.
But you like seeing them if you had just heard the Beatles.
What's up, Marty?
So, Jim, video did kill the radio star.
That's right.
That's right.
So that's what you're trying to say.
Yep.
I'm just letting you know.
Are you just helping Jim out there?
Yeah, helping Jim. Yeah.
Thank you.
Billy Squire, the probably the biggest.
Oh, he's got something else to say.
yeah.
What?
was going to say behind me is one of the best bass players around.
That's right.
Ray.
We were talking about great bass players. That's one right there.
Yeah, and he's got
That's
a cool T-shirt on.
I see. We're matching.
Oh, you're matching.
The same
Yeah.
shirt.
I think I'm the only one here who has not worn a Rescued Wood Rehab shirt.
What in the
Here.
world? You got to support the home team. What are you doing?
Huh? I do wear it at home.
You know, Billy
It's
Squire.
my night shirt.
Billy Squire was one of the great casualties of the MTV era because his career was just coming up as the videos started to come along, and he had one bad video, and it completely killed his entire
What video?
career. Lonely is the Night, maybe. I'm trying to remember if it was the one for Lonely is the Night.
Why was it so bad?
He's not an attractive guy, and they tried
There's
to
a
make
lot
him.
of
They tried to make him.
non-attractive people in
Yeah, they tried to
videos,
make him into this heartthrob, and he isn't. He just isn't. He's a guitar god, and he can sing amazingly. Great songwriter, but he doesn't. He's not good to look at, and the whole video is like focusing on him trying to be attractive, dancing around, and all this
There's
kind
a
of
lot
stuff.
that weren't
It doesn't
attractive
work.
that still did well.
Yeah, I'm surprised Bon Jovi survived the Runaway video with the lavender leather
Yeah, but
pants.
he's hot. He's hot.
Wow.
Just saying.
All right.
Yep, he is. He is.
John Bon Jovi. Pat Benatar.
There's
Pat Benatar,
not
man.
one,
Talking about Pat
one
Benatar.
person, girl from that era is going to say he's not hot. Just not.
All right. So we've done this before, and we divided up between John Lennon and Paul McCartney. I think it is time for us to decide between George Harrison and Ringo Starr.
Again, there's no Beatles. So
That's not true. I saw in the documentary, they were like, if George Harrison leaves the band, we're just going to get Eric Clapton by next week. It's good.
Oh, that might have been a better fit.
yeah, but you're saying never existed, right?
That's true.
As a musician.
Yeah. So you're Ringo. Yep, that's right.
At least then you get what?
Wings.
That's Paul McCartney.
That's Paul McCartney. and
See,
Wings, yeah.
you do like Wings. No
Patty
one was
says
with me on that
Patty
last
says
year.
Ringo. I'm actually going to play some Wings tonight on the
Are you
radio.
really?
Yeah. I like Wings.
I love Wings.
It's not that I don't like Wings. It's just you can't pick Wings. I'm not saying you can't.
I did.
I can't pick Wings over the Beatles.
I don't know that I
George,
really can either. I
okay,
just-
that's two Ringos and a George. We got Ringo back there.
I say Ringo. Goes.
Ringo?
Goes.
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 Okay, so you're keeping
Goes.
George.
I'm keeping George.
Oh my gosh, British Jim says keep Ringo Starr. He voiced Thomas the Tank Engine. Legend. That's true. I got to keep Ringo, man. Because without Ringo, we wouldn't have Ringo's son who drummed for Oasis.
Oh, look at how that comes full circle.
Oh,
Full
and current
circle.
drummer for Oasis,
Full
if I'm not
circle.
mistaken. That's right.
Jim's
wrote-
not answering.
Kurt says George wrote some of the Beatles' best songs. I didn't say it. He's looking at me like I said it.
No, that's all right. I disagree,
said
but
Kurt said that.
Are you not going to answer this one?
I can't parse it out into any kind of logical,
Okay.
Well, just take their solo careers, man. Post Beatles.
I don't like neither of their solo careers.
Wow. Okay. Jettison both of them out of there. It's like
They're gone after the Beatles. They're gone.
Zen says it's 7 degrees of Oasis. Yeah, we'll play that at some point. It's another game we'll play.
Are we got to hurry up because we got a lot to talk about that's more fun than this right now.
I don't know about all that.
I do.
Eric Clapton or Jimi Hendrix? Hendrix?
That's easy. Hendrix.
Clapton.
I would say Clapton for me.
Clapton. That's everybody's divided so far.
A bar divided. And some people
Ringo's
not
son
paying.
has also been playing with The Who for decades, Kurt says. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, so
true.
you'll keep Ringo
He didn't say that.
so he can procreate.
He doesn't want him. He doesn't want him.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Clapton for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is tough because I like Hendrix, but I need Clapton to stay.
I don't
Hey,
get
hey.
the Clapton thing because he's a good, basic guitar player, but he never played anything that made me go, wow, and Hendrix did all the time.
Did all? Okay.
Hendrix, Clapton, Hendrix. I think the thing for me is I don't generally sit around listening to Hendrix. I do occasionally sit around and listen to Clapton. So that's a
Hey guys.
different thing for me.
All
Hendrix, I have to be ready to experience.
It's the Hendrix
It is.
And
experience.
Hendrix
Yeah.
was also a great songwriter.
Clapton
which
for Molly. That's
Clapton-
fair. That is fair.
I don't know if Clapton wrote any good songs, did he?
You don't like Layla?
It's two different songs that, both parts are okay, but it doesn't make sense as a song.
Okay, that's fair.
But that showed some creativity. Too bad he couldn't focus it correctly.
Yeah. All right.
I'll probably be apologizing next
You might
week.
be thinking about this all
if
week.
if you are interested in having your choices featured on Highlander, you can always reach out to us over at MaverickRoseMusic.com or any of the social media platforms where you find us. You can say, "Hey, I want to see X versus Y or Z versus
Please do,
D,"
because we
or
are
whatever.
running out of ideas.
And they might be, I don't know, but yeah.
got it, you got it.
Kurt says he likes Clapton's songs better. Yeah, that's fair.
I have to ask Marty
Um,
every week for help now at this point.
There you go.
Yeah.
Help! I need some ideas. Help!
All right, let's talk about the fun stuff.
All right, what's the fun stuff?
Fun stuff for those who were lucky enough to be there yesterday at Locked and Loaded Bar
In Garner.
in
Yeah.
Garner
Mhm.
to see the I would
Spectacle.
say, well, not a spectacle.
It was.
It would say the reuniting of Women and Children First.
Yeah,
Van
we had our
Halen
reunion.
tribute band.
We reunited the band yesterday afternoon, early evening, and we were able to raise over $7,000 and filled 2 U-Haul trucks full of donations. So we want to thank everybody who came out
for Western North
Yep,
Carolina.
for Western
It was
North
a
Carolina for
fundraiser
hurricane
Western
relief.
North
So
Carolina.
we off the record we called it Van Halen. So it was a
Oh.
Van Halen tribute, but it was for the Helene relief. So
It
yeah, I
wa-
want to thank everybody for being there, especially
It-
all of you came out.
it was
really-
amazing, and for those who
I know Ted was there in spirit.
see you here and
Yeah.
see your personality here, your alter ego comes on stage anyway. But in a Van Halen tribute band,
Yeah.
it is unbelievable
Yeah.
how you transform.
Wow.
And you are this totally different person. You are a character, and you are amazing at what you do. And we have so much video.
Oh, you're
of
making
you.
me blush.
We have
Stop.
so
You're
much
cutting
video.
the camera away to Marty.
So much video. of
Maverick,
you.
you play a great David Sammy Lee Hager Roth. That's the best way I can describe it.
Thank you, my friend. Thank
yes,
you.
in
I
really,
appreciate
really tight pants, apparently. I didn't notice, but apparently everybody else did.
There were a lot of women coming up.
that.
There were.
Yeah.
But you
yeah.
guys did, all of you. I don't want to just say you because your
No,
whole band.
I'm blessed to
your
be
whole band is
surrounded by
amazing.
top-notch musicians in that band, and I want to thank the other bands who were there. Red Rope Licorice came all the way from the Triad region. They came from out
Oh,
near
wow.
like Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem area. They drove all the way in. Scavenger, who plays all over the area, they came in and played. And then, of course, Mostly Crew, who are really good friends of ours. We played other shows with them in the past, doing a Motley Crue tribute. All of the musicians donated their time, so nobody took any pay for the show. The sound guys did the same, and the bar, everybody working there. All of the proceeds went to benefit.
because the food and drink profits went
Yep,
to
that's
that.
exactly right.
There was a cover charge to go
Yep,
towards that as
yep,
well.
yep, yep.
So that was the
So,
cash raised
yep,
from that.
big,
And
big
then
shout out to everybody and all the people that I know and all the people that I didn't know that came out because we packed the house. It was a really good crowd.
It was
all day.
overflowing.
I mean,
it was
from noon,
overflowing.
from noon all the way till like
was-
7 o'clock. Yeah.
It was hard to find a place to park,
Mm-hmm.
and it was overflowing.
Last night they didn't go to the
Last night
fair.
they
They
did not
went
go to
and,
the fair.
and came out to Locked and Loaded and really
I
turned
have
out and showed out.
videos and I have pictures of me videoing or taking a picture of you, and in the picture, all these people videoing or taking a picture of you guys. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's
pretty cool.
and I hope you guys don't
There's a lot of good
stay
video.
unreunited. I hope
No,
you guys,
the discussions, and I'm knock on wood tentatively, I think we're going to do like a show once a quarter and do like a true tribute act where we put everything into it. We're all playing the role. It's polished, and we'll do ticketed events at larger venues. And
I love that.
because with Eddie being passed, since he passed away, somebody's got to carry that torch on. And so as a preservation of the music, as a tribute, as a true tribute, not a cover band, but as a tribute act, really trying to bring the actual Van Halen experience as close as we can. I mean, you're not going to get it perfect,
right?
But as close as we can, try to really give people that experience.
But you all play the part, and that's what a tribute band does, as opposed to a cover band.
It is the difference.
It's focusing
Yeah.
on one band
Right.
or singer. Or,
And we ran into that because when we were first starting as a band a couple years ago, we were trying to figure out what the right venues were for us, where to play, whatever. We played some college bars and stuff like that. And, people coming up and they're, hey, play a Motley Crue song or play a Poison song or whatever. It's like, we're not a cover band, we're a tribute band. Like, this is, you can ask for Van Halen songs. That's what we do.
Right,
Like we're,
right.
you know, and yeah, tribute acts are their own thing. It's really interesting too, because when you're in a cover band, which is, I mean, my regular stuff is the stuff that Jim and I do. We're basically a cover duo act or whatever. It's completely different. You have to build a fan base.
Right.
When you are a tribute act, and I wasn't aware of this before I joined the tribute act. When you're a tribute act, you get their fan base. So people will come out and they will treat you like you're that band.
Oh yeah.
So
Clearly,
like people are coming up
clearly.
and asking for autographs, wanting to like, hey, can we get pictures with you and this kind of stuff. And it's like, it's a very unique experience. You know, you're coming in and you're getting something that you don't get any other way.
Do you feel like a different character when you're doing it? I mean, I know your
It's an
stage
act.
show is
Yeah,
different
it's
than
acting.
here.
It's acting. So, you know, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, and they were asking me about it, and I said, yeah, for me, it's just like when a comedian does an impression of someone. You're not trying to copy the exact thing. You don't
And
want to
you're
say
not
the same
making
things
fun-
that
and you're not
person
making
says.
fun.
No, but it's the idea of you get a sketch of that person in your head, and then you say, well, what, you know, they're not here. What would they do if they were?
Right.
You know, so what would I'm up there and I'm going, okay, what would David Lee Roth do right now? He'd probably go hump that lamppost. So that's what I'm going to go do.
And you do that.
And I do that.
You do that quite a bit.
That's right.
That's right. But it's an amazing act that you guys do. It's an amazing concert you guys do.
Thank you.
And what an amazing time yesterday, and what a great cause. And please,
I
everyone.
was absolutely honored to be a part of it. Yeah.
And I hope
definitely.
everyone remembers this, even months down the line, that there is still going to be support and relief and donations needed.
Yeah, just
in
because
all
this
areas,
event,
in
yeah,
all
just because
areas.
our event is done is not time. There was one I saw you commented on earlier that there are more fundraisers in the area. You were
Oh,
saying
well,
something, one that
yeah,
some
Matt
of our other
from
friends-
Boston had
Yep,
an ad. He
I saw he
wanted
had
musicians.
Eric Manning and Pam Ross are going to be there. Some other musicians that we know are going to be a part
I
of
was
that.
going to offer my services, but he added in. So if you're a musician and you can bring a crowd, I can't bring a crowd,
Yes,
so I
you
didn't.
can. Yes, you can. I don't want last night to go by without mentioning Spiro.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from her today.
No, not in the chat, so I don't
I'm
know what the
hoping
deal
you're
is with that.
watching this, Spiro, because it was such a pleasure to meet you.
Yep.
I was so excited to meet you.
Yeah, we
yesterday.
love meeting our watchers and our
Yes,
listeners.
So
and things
thank
like
you
that. So,
for,
yeah,
for always
anytime that
being
we're
here
out,
for us.
come to
We
the events.
appreciate
That's
it.
right.
Big hugs
The
to you,
support.
Spiro.
Who
Yeah, we
used
could
to be
not-
my big fan now? It's Darcy's big fan.
It's
right.
my only fan,
'Cause I-
so I'm
Probably 'cause
and I
I
don't
bad-
mean it in that way.
No, really. And even Marty was like, hey, I didn't, I missed you guys, but not you. That's just
So thank you, Spiro. You made my day. Thank you
yeah.
yesterday.
So-
Yeah, it was good to see you.
cool.
Yeah.
And it
Yep.
was good to see that band. You know I don't like Van Halen, but I like watching you guys.
Well, and we closed out with a Who song, which
That was
I
amazing.
went
I
no. Before as the song was starting, I walked over to Jim. I walk out into the crowd and I go over to Jim. He goes, "Don't do this." He's like, "Please don't do this."
That actually sounded pretty good, and I'm jealous because you can do that scream and E that I used to be able to do, and I don't have it anymore.
Hey, Patty says she's a fan of Darcy, so
All right.
Oh,
you
thank
got,
you,
got
Patty.
fans out there. You got
Thank
fans.
But,
you.
but
Girl
you guys
power.
were really good.
Listen, girl fans.
To pull off something like that isn't easy. You got all four people got to be right on it. And you're all right on it.
Yeah,
And of course, you take over as the
the front man, the
the front
master of
man.
ceremonies. Yeah,
It's a lot of pressure.
so
It was-
No?
it's impressive.
Okay.
it's super easy.
No,
But
you're in your element.
yeah,
I'm
that's
glad you get
where
to do
that's,
that.
Yeah, I don't even have to think about
So
it.
you
Like it's
can-
just it comes. I
And
just
I
do what
saw,
comes naturally.
and this
yeah.
has nothing really to do with the act, but I saw
Something
you
about my
give
tight pants. What?
No, I'm not gonna know. The little boy you gave the sunglasses to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cute. So
I try to do good and don't get caught, but some
Oh,
people saw
we,
that.
we were
one.
watching.
Yeah.
We were watching. Well,
Yeah.
Ellie and I were.
I
front.
missed
Well, it was
that.
cool because his granddad came up after and he was like, "Thank you so much." He was like, "You guys are the best." So,
He was the
yeah,
cutest
it's
little
really-
kid there. Like you
yeah.
gave him glasses. He's trying to give him back because he didn't really know you were.
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
them.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
It was so cute.
Patty says that you bring the brains and the beauty to the show.
Oh, thank you,
That's
Patty.
sweet, Patty.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
It's nice.
And if you do that once in a while, you can maybe calm down a little on our duo shows.
That's right. That's right. I get it out of my system. The thing is, they let me. It's cool because normally I don't get to pick the set list. Normally, like the bass player or the guitarist, they work out the set list because they've got key changes. They've got to swap guitars out, retune, all different kinds of stuff, and then there's specific pacing that they need. They actually let me pick the set list.
Really?
So they're like, these are the songs that we want to do. You put them in whatever order you want. So
Oh.
I got to do that, and the reason that I put the Who song last is because I think it's just the greatest way to end a show.
That was
Meet
awesome.
the new boss, same as the old boss, and then we're done.
That was awesome.
I was like, that's
It
how
was-
I want to
it
end
was
the
a great
show.
show.
So-
Great
and that's how I
show.
want to end this show. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. We will see you next Monday. Thank you so much for rocking
Thank
with us
you.
on the Maverick Rose Music Hour. We are halfway through season 3. We will be coming back for season 4. Knock on wood. We got to work out the details, but I do think that's
Yes.
probably in the works. So we want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of the show. Without the community, we can't do this.
We so
if you are
appreciate
listening
you.
on the radio, please hang around. We're going to talk about and play some of the music from the Funk Brothers, along with some other great hits from the 60s all the way through the 2000s. If you are listening on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, wherever, we will catch you next week. But don't be afraid at 11 o'clock to go over to WCOMFM.org and listen to us because we stream over there, and you can catch the music as well. We're part of the WCOM LP family, 103.5 FM on the dial if you're in Chapel Hill, Carborough, or Durham. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
From Maverick, Darcy, Jim, all of the crew out
you,
here
guys.
at Niche Wine Lounge. Thank you to Ted. Thank you to Marty. Thank you to Andy there behind the bar. Without all of you, none of this would be possible. Thank you. Y'all have a great night, and we will catch you next week.